right, so Daily Beast, which I think is behind a paywall, um, just came out with an article. Kate and William going through hell, says heartbroken confidant. Isn't that interesting? Tom Sykes, I've seen that name before, and this was yesterday. Wow. And it says here really personal. Classic children's clothes designer Amia Arietta, who has worked closely with the Waleses for years, could be in hot water after making unguarded remarks about Kate's cancer. Okay, okay. It says here the relationship between members of the royal family and their clothes designers reached its apogee in the bond between Queen Elizabeth and her dresser, Angela Kelly. Kelly was the gatekeeper through which even family members had to pass to see Her Majesty in her declining years. She spent much of the last 2 years of her life with her and was at her bedside in her last days in Scotland. Even Prince Harry's relationship with his grandmother was soured at one stage by an argument with AK 47 over getting access to a tiara for Meghan. Hmm, okay. So, the woman behind another classic close relationship has developed between William and Kate and one of their favorite designers, according to Daily Beast. Relations are so close between the Waleses and Amia Arietta, the children's wear designer behind eponymous label Amia, that it's worth taking seriously Arietta's remarks in the Daily Telegraph. Oh, really? The Telegraph? This is not even the Daily Mail. About how she thinks the royals are doing. Okay, so she says here, I'm heartbroken at the moment. I think they are going through hell. I hope they will be back. It's really personal. Okay, so that could really mean anything. That could really, really mean ever anything. And it's amazing how quickly Charlotte went from this to 9 years old. It's really just stunning how quickly the human evolves and changes, in this stage, right? Big, big leaps. Anyway, so Arietta's apparently unguarded remarks about the couple, which hint at the seriousness of Kate's condition, are unlikely to please the palace, as the Waleses have closely guarded their privacy in recent months with few updates about the family. Intriguingly, the Telegraph says the royal connection to her brand, Amaya, Amaya, goes back to Jessie Webb, a former nanny to William and Harry, who helped with Prince George when he was born 10 years ago. Arietta says she now often works with the Wales's current nanny, Maria Barallo, to dress the children, saying, it's often a very tight deadline. We would do anything for them. The children always look amazing in the end. Prince Louis wore an Amaya shirt in the birthday snap released on social media by the palace last week. Okay, so I've heard on other social media platforms, especially YouTube, that I heard about this, and they also make it sound like she said that they're going through hell, but in a different context, as if she meant that you know, it's almost like they make it sound like William did something and so they're going through hell. But it sounds more like she's saying that, the cancer has thrown sort of torpedoed the family and the family's routine and whatever. And so nothing's the same for the moment. Everything is upside down and it's hell. I mean, and I would imagine that to have a serious illness, that it is hell. But again, it's contradictory because we saw the princess, even when she made that cancer announcement to say that cancer had been present in the past and she's taking preventative chemotherapy, that's not that bad. I mean, people with cancer, active cancer, who are hospitalized can tell you stories, I'm sure. She's not hospitalized. And people need to remember that she is not hospitalized. So, as much as it's not a picnic and a walk in the park, I really don't think that it's as bad as it can't be really hell, especially when she's doing a lot of photography. Let's not forget a lot of photography. She's taking a lot of pictures, and those pictures, they take time and effort to stage. It's not like candid snaps, candid camera or Polaroids. These are posed photos. They are edited photos. They are staged photos. So she's putting energy into photography. Also, they told us just this week that she's working at home on her projects. So then you come out also at the same time and tell us that she's going through hell. It really, to me, is a story that's not adding up. Like, how is she going through hell? And how is this woman heartbroken when Kate just yesterday released a photograph of her 9-year-old daughter for her 9-year-old daughter's birthday, which she said she took recently, right? She signed it, the Princess of Wales. She also indicated, or the palace did, that she's working behind the scenes on her projects, right? She also is not hospitalized. People who are stricken, people who are sick, people who are going through hell, people who are heartbrokenly unwell are not outpatient. They are in institutions of care to take care of them and nurse them back to health. This is not the situation with Kate. Furthermore, the body language of just about everybody in this saga does not, in my opinion, support the thesis that Kate is tragically unwell, heartbreakingly unwell, stricken with any disease, whether cancer or otherwise, in a coma, dead, the works. Nothing in the body language of all of the supporting players in this story support this thesis. That starts with Kate's own blood relatives, her mother, her father, her brother, and her sister. Her sister Pippa just announced with a smiling face like the cat that got the canary that she just started a new business in Bucklebury, England, with her billionaire husband, right? She's going to be doing Pilates and events and something else, right? Parties of all things, right? This is not the body language of a sister who is loving, whose sister is deathly ill in a coma, who's heartbrokenly ill, such that her friends are heartbroken, etc. It just quite simply is not. I mean, you may say, well, maybe Pippa does not care about her sister. I'm not buying it. Pippa was Kate's maid of honor. Pippa and Kate hang out all the time. They go to Wimbledon, Ascot, all kinds of things. Pippa has supported everything that Kate has done up to Kate's Christmas concert just last December, right? So this is not an estranged sister such as with Megan and that thing that that thing, right? Kate and her sister are really sisters. And if Kate was in a coma, if Kate was dead, God forbid, if Kate was stricken with an illness such that she was bedridden, there's no way that Pippa would come out with such, fanfare about a business she launched. I don't see it, right? Kate's parents also are not behaving as though their daughter is um, you know, tragically ill, deathly ill, anything like that. Parents are parents are parents are parents. If your child predeceases diseases you, okay, yeah, you're going to be devastated. You're going to have a certain body language, right? You're going to behave in a certain way. Carol Middleton was quoted in the article in the Daily Mail about her daughter um, Pippa's new business venture, right? So she was not talking about her daughter Kate's death or coma or anything like that, which would be weird, which would be cold, which would be unmotherly in my view. So the body language of Kate's mother does not suggest any such thing that is, being mentioned here in the Daily Beast. Her brother also just announced that he has some kind of book deal and, all of this. Then you have her husband, William, who, yes, maybe one could say he's behaving somewhat weirdly, but perhaps that's because we all think something is going on when nothing is. So we're convinced we're seeing this, that, and the next, when perhaps none of it is true. As I have said, and I'm going to maintain it, I think William and Kate have quitted quietly. It's like quiet quitting. They haven't quit, but they've slowed down. They've taken a back seat. They're letting Camilla and Charles have their moment. They're giving them the platform, right? You are king and queen. You do it. We're on the sidelines. This has nothing to do with us. I really think that's it. Yes, I said in the video just before this one that even if that is the case, it's a little weird that she's remained homebound and under house arrest, self imposed house arrest for so many months, her and the children. It's bizarre, right? Because after COVID, we all know that house arrest, SUCKs, it's SUCKs. Who would do that to themselves voluntarily? And the fact that there hasn't even been one, accidental, you know, paparazzi shot of her anywhere at all is bizarre. It's bizarre. I suspect that, you know what, another theory is that Kate is not even in the UK. So you're looking for her in all the wrong places, right? Kate, one thing could be that Kate really is not well. It's not cancer. It's not um, abdominal surgery, which, by the way, the Spanish press says she never even had abdominal surgery. I don't know if that's true or not, but the fact that nobody saw her go into or out of the hospital is very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Okay. But it could be that Kate is away in another country, in a facility somewhere to get some R&R, to, maybe she's exhausted. Maybe she's just totally wiped out. I mean, it's very possible, maybe some kind of, not rehab, but, she was looking very, 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 very thin, late last year, like extremely thin. Look at one of those pictures where she was wearing a long green gown and with the high shoulder pads and the weird sleeves. I mean, look, if someone said she looked anorexic, the palace would get upset, but she kind of did. So that's possible too, that, you haven't seen Kate in the UK because Kate is not in the UK. But it's not because she's in a coma. It's that maybe she just needs to not to get some rehabilitation, or what is the other word? Not rehabilitation, but like a spa, she went for some R&R, as I said, you know or she just doesn't. It's weird that she hasn't been seen. It's weird that she hasn't been seen at all. Now, what about the children? I don't know. I mean, did she take them with her? I don't know. I mean, I don't think she'd be in a foreign country for this long with the children without her mother and sister and her husband, right? It's a long time. So the children, I think the children are right there, right under their noses, but they're giving them space because they're kids. They should not be photographed. They have nothing to do with this, right? Look, I don't know. I have a headache. This Kate thing makes me crazy. I got a headache, and then I'm just like, I just absolutely can't do this. I don't care where Kate is. Wherever she is, she is. It's too much analysis. I just don't know. It's a mystery. It's bizarre. It's bleeping bizarre. It's bleeping effing bizarre, right? It's bleeping effing bizarre. I don't know where she is at. Where is she at? I don't know. Right? I don't know where she is. I don't know where the hell she is. Right? But here's the thing. The story it's not adding up, right? It's not adding up. She's on the floor taking pictures of Louis, right? abdominal surgery, cancer, chemo. She can't work. This, that, and the next. She's working behind the scenes on her projects. This, that, and the next. Nobody's seen her in 5 months at all, at all, at all, at all. All these fake pictures. 200,000 pounds for a fake picture at a farm shop, which I mean, I'm not stupid. I didn't come out of somebody's rear end. I mean, this is stupid. That's not Kate. That's not Kate. That's not Kate. Right? That's it. What do you want me to do? I don't know where the hell she is. I don't know where is she? I don't know where she